guys, wInevitable here with yet another hero guide. This is Kerrigan, the combo queen from StarCraft 2, a melee assassin. You can see she's got quite a health pool, 830 for an assassin, so pretty tanky as far as an assassin goes. You do need that HP, but still very squishy. She is a melee hero. And the essence of Kerrigan relies on landing her combo, which we're going to show off in just a minute. Now, some of the things to note: her Assimilation is her trait. You get 10% of any damage dealt as shields for 6 seconds, and the damage dealt to heroes doubles in shields, so you get 20% of that damage as shields. The maximum is 200 plus, I believe, 100 per level. So if we level up, for example, it went from 300 up to 400. Okay, so it starts at 300, and then you're going to end up at like 2300 at level 20 as maximum shield availability, like that you can get from damage being dealt, and it lasts for 6 seconds. Not a lot, doesn't last for that long, but it can save your bacon for sure. Now we want to actually talk about her abilities and talk about that combo we were talking about. First is Q. It's a leap in. It's a basically you jump in. It's called Ravage. 75 mana, 8-second cooldown, pretty short. Leap to a target. You deal a set amount of damage, and if you kill the target, the cooldown's instantly reset. And I swear I clicked on the other minion, but we'll take it. So if we let's wait for this minion to die, we'll show that off. You can see how you kind of jump in, and I was out of range there. Okay, so not quite a kill, doesn't do a ton of damage, only 70. So you really have to wait for them to be low health. But if you finish somebody off, you can actually get that reset instantly. And the shields, you can see, aren't coming up. There's not like a ton of shielding. There's a little bit there, the blue bar. It's not a lot, but it's there. And now our combo comes from the W and the E. And what you'll do is you'll land the W, and then you pull in, and you actually pull into... Well, I'm going to die here. Of course, remember, Kerrigan's very squishy. And that Arthas is so tanky. And now he's tanking minion damage there too. But if you come out here, W is Impaling Blades, mana cost of 60 with a cooldown of 12. It's a longer cooldown. Primal Grasp is a mana cost of 50 with an 8-second cooldown. This is the prongs that come up from underneath the ground. They stun for a second and deal a set amount of damage, as evidenced here. That's what they look like. It takes them a little bit of a delay there. And then E is the Primal Grasp. Cone-shaped, you actually pull people towards you. And now I don't think I'm going to get him, but the combo, the essence of the combo, comes from landing them together. And so what you do is you go like this. You would actually pull them into the W. You launch the W, then you launch the E. You can practice this a bunch too. It's worth practicing. See, there they are stunned. And what's really useful is when you come in on a hero, you gank them with Kerrigan. You come in, pull him into it so he can't escape, and he's on those Impaling Blades when they pop up, and he's stunned. And then say if you had an Arthas with you, you'd launch a Howling Blast on top of that, and you just keep somebody locked in. You can see there's quite a bit of... you can even stun them without the E too. That's also possible. You can kill people through the gates as well with this. It does pull through gates, and it's a very useful thing, very good skill to have to be able to land this combo if you're going to play Kerrigan. Just practice that W and E. In that time, see, I messed it up. Or actually, I think the Arthas just walked out of it. So, you do want to practice. I think that's just going to hit him anyways. He just walked into it because he's a bot. But yeah, so that's her basic abilities. Now, she's got 2 heroics that are both... You can play with both. There's one that's more prominent. Maelstrom is prominent in the meta right now, but I've seen players make the Ultralisk work, which is a summon. So let's go ahead and through the build, and we'll get up to that. On level 1, we take Sweeping Grasp. This increases the range of Primal Grasp by 20%. That's your basic Primal Grasp right there. Now if I take Sweeping Grasp, you see a little bit more, you can catch heroes a little bit better and really land that combo off when you do. So that's why you take that, just to remember, it's Kerrigan's all about the combo. Okay, if we level up, level 4 is going to be Envenom. This is the standard classic generic talent. You deal damage over 6 seconds, 350 damage at level 4. And just like this, you'll see the poison. Now Arthas is a tank. I don't even have to grasp here, just come into him, pull him back into us, try and get some damage. I don't think we're going to get the kill though. But you can see Envenom is a pretty generic talent. You should know by, probably know by now. Level 7, you have a couple choices on 7. The big one that you see most often is Impaling Swarm. Your Impaling Blade will spawn 2 Zerglings at the target location. The idea is these tank a little bit of the damage. They also do a little bit of damage. Remember, you're landing your combo with the W. So when you do the W, you're pulling into it with the grasp, and you're keeping a hero locked down. And then usually you have other teammates there to help finish off the hero, and the circlings add a little bit to that, and they can also tank a little bit of damage. You know, a little bit. They don't do. If you look at the ability here, it doesn't show you the health here. Unfortunately, I do have that written down in a notepad. Just don't have it available. You can actually, if you look at the game numbers, you can see the actual health and damage. It's not a lot of damage. It's like 0.5 per level, plus like 10 or 20 to begin with. So you end up with like 30 damage from a Zergling at level 20. Not going to blow anybody away, but it does tickle them a little bit. The other one that's often used too is adaptation. You can use your Q, which jumps to enemies. You can use it to jump to allies as a form of an escape. And so you'll see this taken. If you don't like Impaling Swarm, you don't really want that, you might want to take Q, and it helps you with your survivability. You can jump in, get a kill, jump back out. Level 10, Maelstrom, is going to be the one we want to go to. We'll show off the Ultralisk, the summons. This is not a bad choice at all. It's lower cooldown to 80 seconds. Now, it does spawn an Ultralisk with 2,000 HP at level 10. And it's going to be 3,000 at level 20. You can see it's 120 damage and attacks splash, just like in StarCraft 2. It lasts for 20 seconds. This guy will go ham. Now I have to summon it onto an enemy. There it goes. And then say I come in here, and I missed the combo. Wasn't set up for it appropriately, but I can envenom him and kill him. And the Ultralisk is going to kill him. We killed the Arthas, and then it keeps going, attacking other enemies. So it won't just attack the Arthas and then stop when the Arthas is dead. It'll keep going. You can see it's tanking a lot of tower shots here. Very useful. This is definitely not a bad heroic. You can certainly use it for sure. And you can see the shields I had there from that Ultralisk were insane. I had a huge shield. Or was that from the Malfurion? That might have been from the Malfurion. Alright, so that's, you know, one heroic that you can certainly make work. Maelstrom is like the signature one, but I'm trying to think of when you would want to use one over the other. The Ultralisk has good chase. You can basically take an assassin out of the fight. You are onto a weaker assassin, and then all of a sudden they have to run away. They have to back up, or the enemy team has to focus the Ultralisk. If they're kind of tanky, they have a lot of sustain. The Ultralisk might not be as much of a threat. Maelstrom's a little bit more useful there. Okay, so we got our Envenom, we got the Zerglings. We'll go with Maelstrom this time. What Maelstrom does, it's an AoE spell. It's a longer cooldown to 120, so it's an extra 40 seconds. You're going to get, for every 3 of these, for every 2 of these, you're going to get 3 Ultralisks. It deals 110 damage per second to nearby enemies, and it lasts for 9 seconds. Now it's 100 damage at level 10 and 150 at level 20. So you can see it goes up by 5 per level. We come out here, we'll keep leveling up just to get up to the to level 20 for the rest of the build. And then we'll show off, before we go to 13, we'll show off the Maelstrom. And it works well with the combo. If I can come in and I can stun somebody, I could have even probably popped the Maelstrom sooner. You can move with it. This is the radius. You can see it dealing damage. And I'm getting some shields from this. Not bad. Oh, I didn't. I thought I meant to cast the W first. You always want to cast the W first, then the Primal Grasp. For some reason, it did not go off. But, you know, you can combo the combo with the Maelstrom. Pretty sick combos, right? Okay, so come in. And there, I didn't even need to pull him because he's... Normally, people run away, and that's why you do the Primal Grasp, but there, he would have just been comboed to begin with. So, like, if you clear the cooldown... And that actually got the kill. It's always hilarious when they go flying like that. Okay, so level 13, going to be the Rewind. Generic talent, of course. And with this, you get 2 combos. So combos on combos, right? Pretty awesome. You can come in, right, to a full health Arthas. Coming back in, popping this. Pulling him back into that. And then coming in and getting the Envenom. Now he's going to make it away. He's so close. Actually, he's not going to make it away. He should have made it away. So you can actually also leap to buildings to get out if you need to. But you can see how much you do when you land 2 combos and a Venom and a Maelstrom on top of even a tank. You're going to do a ton of damage. And if you caught multiple heroes in that combo, in a team fight, and you're doing Maelstrom through all of that, it's a lot of damage. Level 16, usually you see Blood for Blood here. That's just a generic talent as well, an activated ability. I guess we have to refresh the forts to get the minions. So this basically just takes a 15% of your enemy's max health and slows their move speed by 30% for 3 seconds. So say I come in here, we'll take some damage, getting that combo, and then we launch this on him, you'll actually get that health back. It's like a life steal. So it's pretty useful to use on a high health target like Arthas and Asmodan, any tank really. Nubarak and Sonya would be like second tier. You really want to get the full tanks like the Diablo, the Stitches, the Arthas. And then, you know, going down the ranks, Asmodan has a ton of health. So those are your main targets. It also slows them. Very useful if they're trying to escape. And level 20, there's a couple choices. The go-to, though, I have to say, is Bolt. You want to take Bolt of the Storm because then you can bolt into the team to initiate the combo and the Maelstrom. And that's why I would recommend Bolt over the heroic upgrade Omega Storm, where the size is increased by 25% and the shields generated are an extra 100%. So you double the shields and you get a larger size. Torask is the Ultralisk upgrade, so the duration and health is increased by 100%. If you go with the Ultralisk on 10, you can take this, definitely. The health and duration's increased. Now, if you could retarget the Ultralisk, it'd be even better than it is currently, and then I would probably recommend it, maybe even over the Maelstrom. But as it stands, I really like taking Maelstrom with this build, and then you can kind of go in, and I can just come in here. Now, I think I might have just killed myself. No, I didn't kill. I don't think I killed myself actually. You can see I popped blood for blood on him there, and I popped in venom, and I'm tanking all these. I should probably kill the tower since it's so low. But I was able to do that. I'm at level 20, of course, so the towers don't do as much damage. But with Bolt, now I could have also jumped over, I think, with Ravage there. But the idea is if that was a full team, you'd blink in, launching the combo and the Maelstrom on top of it. So it's like a combo on a combo on a combo. And that's why we call her the combo queen. It's all about the combos, particularly the W and the E, pulling into that W. So definitely practice the W and E. And if you use quick cast, it's pretty simple to just tap W, tap E, and you don't have to click. I was clicking because I don't have quick cast on, but you just tap W and E, and it'll instantly cast both of them, and you should land the stun most every time. Now, it is worth noting that the stun is, the grab rather, is like this. So if somebody goes to grasp you, walk out at an angle, like this. Don't try and run this way. If I'm grasping in this direction, if the enemy's grasping you like this, don't try and walk out this way. Instead, when the grasp goes down, walk out at like a 45-degree angle, and there's a better chance of escaping it. And if you're really close to the Kerrigan, you can actually walk towards her to escape the stun. Now, sometimes that means walking towards the enemy team, which is kind of painful, but it's better than getting that stun down, especially when there's a root ready to follow it up. There's like an Arthas or a Malfurion or an Uther there to land some more CC on top of it. Alright guys, so that's it for the Kerrigan video. We're going to go ahead and jump into a game, show her off there. She is the combo queen, like I said. She's a lot of fun. But you do have to get good at landing those combos, and remember, she's a melee assassin, so she's a little fragile. You know, you really don't want to be the initiator. Ideally, you're actually going to get a flank off on the enemy team while your tank goes in and does the hard initiation, and then the Kerrigan comes in, and they're already focusing. They've wasted a lot on the tank or somebody else, and you're coming in to clean up. And, well, not really clean up, but you're coming in to win the fight, and they don't have enough damage kind of to burst you down, because remember, you are low health. Even at level 21, you can see it's 3,830, whereas, you know, like Diablo at level 20 is 6,000 HP, which is, you know, 50% more than you have at this point. All right, so that does it for this, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, you know, feel free to make requests, leave comments below. Feedback's always welcome. And, you know, if you're looking for more content like this, I'm certainly bringing a lot out, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It always helps me out. I appreciate you guys watching, and, you know, just looking forward to bringing out more great content as we move closer to the beta. So, you guys, I'll see you soon.